So let's go on a roll. Let me go deep, let me get all the way under and paying for it. I can't see anymore, and I almost don't care. Diving down into the abyss, I can't see a damn thing. Shit, what did I miss? Plunging into the depths, the deep wet darkness. I need some light so I'm not found as a carcass. Help me, I'm drowning, drowning in fear. I need a lot of lumens to get out of here. Wurkkos, give me the light. I need you to save me on this dark summer night. I'm diving too deep, the moonlight is gone. Where am I at now? This cave where I spawned. Twisting and turning, curve after curve. Don't wanna get lost, the cave is so huge. I'm losing my nerve. Is this it? Is this the end? My air supply is gone and I can't reach you, my friend. So this is goodbye. I dread my next breath. I resigned to breathe it in, my fast rushing death. I was a fool, I rushed to dive in. I fell prey to my ego and ended up drowning. Where will my spirit go? Wurkkos light my way. Take me by the hand, I don't wanna stay. Wurkkos, give me the light. I need you to save me on this dark summer night.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you as always for joining me. My name is Jim, and we are going to take a look at a wildly different kind of flashlight than I have ever shown on my channel before. And that's because this is the Wurkkos DL02 amphibious light, or diving light. Now, I'm the kind of person that you're never, ever going to get into the water, into the ocean. It's not happening. I love my dive watches. I love... Honestly, yeah, I guess we're going to limit it to dive watches. That's about as far as I go into diving anything. And I'm not buying them because I plan on going deep into the water. I'm buying them because I like the style. I think they're cool. I like the weight. I like the size. And yeah, but when Wurkkos asked me if I was interested in taking a look at a diving light, I jumped all over it. I'm like, heck yeah, why not? Because I like a good, tough, rugged light, and something that's going to be, as they have here, 100 meters of depth rating means I can pretty much do anything with this. I don't need to go, exploring underwater caves or anything, which is what this sort of thing is used for. Because with 100 meters, you're not scuba diving, you're not going super deep, you're skin diving, you're not getting all geared up and everything. You're not really going all that deep, but I'm still not going to be the one to do it. Now, let's take a quick look at what all comes in the packaging, and we'll get straight into the review. You ready? Let's do it. Okay, so starting things off with the basics, the most important things that you're going to want to know. Number one, the maximum power is 3,000 lumens, and all of that's going to be accessed on a magnetic rotary switch. So basically all you're doing is you're going low, medium, high, and off. That's it. That's all there is. There's no push buttons. There's no tail switches. There's nothing. It's just a simple rotary dial switch. Very, very easy to use. Now, inside of that switch, you've got a battery indicator. Right now, it's telling me I've got between 50 and 75% battery because it's blinking green. If it were solid green, that means it's 75 to 100%. And then I believe it goes to red and then blinking red, if I'm not mistaken. It does list it on their advertisements on their website, as well as in the instructions, which you can find, I believe, online. Because I just realized, for the first time, I didn't get instructions inside of the box. That's unique. One of the things that I really like about this is you've got a very, very ergonomic handle. I wish it was a little bit grippier because even right now, My hands are, they're dry. I'm above water. I'm on land, and it's very slick and very slippery. I can only imagine if I were in the water how much more slippery this light would be. Now, I realize they give you that wrist leash so that you don't lose it. However, I would prefer if it was knurled through the hourglass portion here, or something, some sort of grippiness added to the body. I would really appreciate that. This is T66061 aluminum alloy, so it's going to be pretty tough. Your LED inside is going to be the SFT70, and you're running at a 6500K temperature, so this is a very, very bright white light. White, super white, almost blue at this point. It's powered by a 21700 battery that is removable. It does not have a built-in internal battery, and it does not have a port on the light so that you can charge it from within the light. You do have to take it off, or take it apart, I should say. And as I showed you in the packaging, you'll be receiving the single bay battery charger. Now, you can buy this version with or without the battery. Okay, so if you already have a few 21700 batteries and you want to save a few bucks, it's about $62. And if you want it with the battery and the whole kit where you've got the charger and all, it's about 70 bucks, 69 to 70 bucks. So I can't honestly tell you if that is a phenomenal deal for a diving style light or not, because this is the very first diving light that I've ever handled. And again, as I said, I do not dive. I don't have that level of experience to speak to that. So I've never had to shop for one. I know that for a 3000 lumen EDC light or 3000 lumen tactical light, 62 to 70 bucks would be a pretty fair price. Not cheap, but not expensive either. It'd be right there in that mid-range. Weight on this is pretty hefty. It's 130 grams. Now, as I'm sure you noticed from my photography, this has a very deep, smooth reflector, and that means unlike a dimpled reflector, it's not bouncing light all around in here and reducing its throw length. It's also seating that LED very, very, very far back there so that you've got that pattern that allows the light to go much, much further. So, yeah, it does have a decent amount of throw. I was actually kind of surprised when I was outside with this and saw what it did, because I don't know, again, my apologies, my limited knowledge on diving. I know when you get to a certain depth below the surface, it gets really, really dark. So I would imagine that you would want a good amount of throw for your light. It's nothing crazy. They listed in feet instead of meters. They listed as 1,627 feet on their website. So I'm just going to go with that. You could do all the conversions that you want on your own. Now, as far as your modes, in low, you're at 300 lumens. Now, that's a high low. But again, this is a dedicated, specific purpose use light. This isn't an EDC light where you may be inside the house bouncing light off of white walls where you need it to be like, 50 or 100 lumens on low. You're not, reading a book in your tent with it, so it doesn't need to be a half or 1 lumen moonlight. It's going straight to 300 lumens. Your medium is 1,000 lumens, and your high is your 3,000 lumens. Nothing tricky to memorize. You don't have to double tap anything or half press this or do any weird combinations. You're just sliding the switch to get to the desired amount of light. Now here's what we need to do. We need to take a quick look at the close-up beam shot here so you have an idea of what this is going to be capable of. And then we're going to go straight outside, out in the dark, and see what it does in a real-world application. You know what? I'm even going to throw it in some water just to show you that, yes, it is a watertight body. You can toss it in water. It's going to remain running, and you're not going to have any issues. So let's get to that right now. Okay, here we go. I'm going to kill the lights and just have a little bit of light filtering in so that you can see what this beam is going to be like. So there's your hotspot. It's got a really nice defined hotspot and a lot of useful spill around it. So you don't need to be tracking Moby Dick to use this thing. You can walk around and walk your dog or whatever it is that you do on a daily basis where you like to have a flashlight with you, and it's going to be super useful. You're going to get a good amount of throw, and you're going to have that spill that's going to light up that whole immediate area there. Now, 3,000 lumens is obviously a lot for such a short distance, bouncing off a big white card here. So yeah, that's a bit overpowering, but let's get it outside and see how it performs in the real world.
So let me go deep, let me get all the way under and paying for it. I can't see anymore, and I almost don't care. Diving down into the abyss, I can't see a damn thing. Shit, what did I miss? Plunging into the depths, the deep wet darkness. I need some light so I'm not found as a card.
Okay, so now some more manageable distances, things that you would actually be doing with this light. So here we are on low. Medium. I'll tell you, even the low, that is perfectly acceptable for walking around. Medium is a good amount of power, good amount of light, and the high is crazy. So let's put this on medium and do a little walking around.
Is this the end? My air supply is gone and I can't reach you, my friend. So this is goodbye. I dread my next breath. I resign to breathe it in. My fast rushing death. I was a fool. I rushed to dive in. I fell prey to my ego and ended up drowning. Where will my spirit go? Wurkkos light my way. Take me by the hand, I don't wanna stay. Wurkkos, give me the light. I need you to save me on this dark summer night. I'm diving too deep.
Now, let's do a little walk around with the Wurkkos. So again, here it is on low. Medium, which is fantastic. And high, which may be overkill for most of your needs. It's got a good amount of throw going out there too. Really nice for this size of light. Now, how this translates to use underwater, I have no idea. But you're definitely getting a good amount of distance out of it. Should be enough to see a shark coming in. Anyway, that's it for this Wurkkos video. If you feel like going diving and taking a good reliable light with you, I don't see a better way to go in this price range. Thank you guys for joining me as always, and I'll see you on the next video.